Good morning. First thing this morning, I have a couple of prescriptions to pick up at CVS. And I'm also driving right past the car wash, so I might as well stop in there and get my car all sparkling clean. As soon as I got home, we decided to take Cooper out for a short little walk. Today it's supposed to be 105, but it is an absolutely beautiful morning, not a cloud in the sky. The other day, our furniture finally arrived. The night before it arrived, we had to empty out the living room and the dining room. Doesn't this room just look so different now that the chairs and the rug and stuff is in here? Love this. It actually throws me. When I'm walking past the room, I see furniture in here now. And I'm like, oh yeah. So we put the dining room rug in here that was underneath of the table. The boys each have a small side table alongside their chairs, and they have a room that they can just enjoy. This is our beautiful new table. It is so much larger than what we had, and I cannot be happier. It has beautiful detail on the legs. We purchased this from Ashley Furniture. I was looking for chairs that have padding so it's comfortable to sit at the table. A lot of times Justin will work at the table, so I knew I wanted something just comfortable. The top of the table has a lot of different browns going through it. It's got a really pretty pattern, and I think that it ties in my coffee station pretty good. I have 2 captain's chairs on each end, and the other 4 are ladder back chairs. It does come with a leaf, so during the holidays or game nights, we can open up this table, put the leaf in, and make it a lot larger than what it already is. So this is the couch. The feet do kick out on it, so we have to set it a little ways away from the wall. It has arch support. You can move the headrest to make it more comfortable. The couch has a middle console and little reading lamps. Both arms open up so you can put things into the arms of the couch, like books or whatever. These are the end tables. They are large. They have this kind of wood on the top, which matches the couch perfectly. I was looking specifically for end tables with a drawer. This is the love seat, but our TV sits on this wall, and our living room is an utter mess right now, and we need to figure out how to situate and set this up. The way that we had the furniture placed, we were overly crazy about it. It just, I don't know, the flow wasn't right. It just wasn't working. Not only did we get more furniture, we got larger furniture. So we had to figure out a way to make this living room flow better and work better for us. So this is how we placed our furniture. Our TV was on this wall. We can have it on this wall or this wall, but we decided to put it here. We have Cooper's toys right there, but this is where my cabinet was that holds my recipe books and things like that. So we took that and placed it here in the rotunda. It fit perfectly, actually. I had thought about putting that cabinet out here somewhere, but I think that'd be too cluttered. The table takes up a lot of room because I have the bar right here. I need to keep this walkway open here. These 4 bar stools we are going to sell. Number 1, they're too short for the bar. They just don't work. And I don't want 4 here. I want only 2. And then that is gonna help open up this area. Eventually I may get a rug for underneath of the table. I was talking about getting a bigger living room rug and putting this rug in the dining room, but I don't know. I don't know if I want a rug underneath the table. I haven't quite decided yet. And there's quite a bit of space behind the couches, which is nice because then I can walk behind the couch and open up the curtains or the blinds. But what I was thinking is I would like maybe a tree or a plant, fake, not real, because I kill them, the poor things. But anyway, I'm gonna get something to go there that gives a little height back there in that corner. I did not get a coffee table because the couch and the love seat both have the footrests that pop out on it, and we didn't want to have to constantly be moving the coffee table, and yeah, it would just be a hassle for us, so we didn't need it anyway. And Cooper absolutely loves playing on the rug in the living room, and I didn't want to take up his play space either, so I opted out of that. I figure in the future if I end up wanting one, I'll get one then, but right now we don't need one. I do need to get a couple of lamps for the end tables, which I have them picked out, the ones that I want. I just have to purchase them. We have been so very busy around here. And the one weekend we had a really nice sized Amazon delivery. We have a lot of stuff being delivered to the house right now. I'm so excited and I cannot wait to show you what is in these boxes. It was all of our curtains, our curtain rods, the little brackets to hold the curtains back. I picked out a beautiful sage green color for our curtains. Jason is putting up curtains and I am loving it. Are you loving it?
Yes.
Cuts out a lot of light. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be really nice when we're trying to watch TV or games or something during the day.
Games, yeah, football's right around the corner, huh?
Why I'm doing this.
Really?
No, I mean, no, it's for you, honey.
Okay, that's better. The curtain rods, I went just a little bit more fancier than just a plain curtain rod because, I don't know, I just like it that way. The pullbacks in the living room and the dining room, those are a little more fancier than the rest of the house. The rest of the house, the pullbacks are more plain. Because this house is an open floor plan, I decided to stick with the same color contrast of curtains throughout the living room and dining room area. I kept the dining room curtains short, where they come just below the windowsill because Cooper's dish set's here, and I did not want the length of them getting in his water, and he splashes when he drinks water, so I was like, no, we're gonna have them shorter than the other curtains, but I think they work and they look really good. I was nervous about ordering curtains on Amazon, and these are a really good quality. They're a blackout curtain and they help us with the heat and the coolness with the house, which is what we need because this summer has been so extremely hot that we needed curtains to block out that hot sun. I will have everything linked below in the description. I have this absolutely delicious little vegetable style salad that I'm gonna put together. I haven't made it in a long time, and I actually remembered it the other day and I was like, why haven't I made that? What is wrong with me? It is so good. So I'm gonna make it, and then I'm going to have it in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna eat on that with my lunches and our dinners and all that for the week. It is also very low point, low cal, lots of veggies. Okay, my mouth is watering. I'm ready to make it. Let's make it. I'm gonna start with my base is cauliflower. Cauliflower is super, super messy. I like to cut it up in bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna add it to a bowl. Next, I'm adding 2 English cucumbers. Next, I am chopping up some celery hearts, and I'm gonna add that to the bowl of veggies too. I have some cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna cut these up into smaller pieces. Some of them are quite large in this package. The 2 final items, I'm gonna add these matchstick carrots, and I love black olives, so I'm adding a can of drained sliced black olives. For the dressing, I have Kraft fat-free Italian zesty Italian dressing. If you're following Weight Watchers, for 2 tablespoons of fat-free Italian dressing, it is only 1 point. I just pour the Italian dressing in until everything looks coated, and then I'll just count the 1 point when I have this salad. In the master bedroom, our closet had just 4 shelves. We needed massive organization. We come up with a plan to have somebody come in and design our closet. Okay, so this is our closet all emptied out and waiting for the company to come. They're gonna tear all of these shelves out. They just finished. As you can clearly see, we were not notified or told that when they took out the shelves that were here previously, that we would be the ones having to touch up the backs of all of the walls. So we're really not happy about that. The way they left that closet upset me because number 1, it is very expensive to have this done. Number 2, it was something we decided to do because we didn't want to have to work more with this closet because we were in so many different areas of the house working at this time. We had to stop what we were doing, and well, first I called management and I talked to the manager, and she pretty much just brushed me off and told me that I could buy the backing for the closet and put the backs on. But the reason that we didn't do that was because it helped cut our cost, and we had discussed it with the designer, and she had assured us that it was just them coming in, removing it. She did not state that they were going to leave our walls in such a chaotic mess. Jason ended up taking 2 days to mud and paint those walls. Now I'm gonna take you into the closet and I'll show you where we're at with it and what more we have to do. Me and Jason got rid of a ton of stuff, which is awesome. So we have bedding in a bag up here. I have some purses. I'd like to hang the purses eventually, but this is my side of the closet. I'm not crazy about the amount of hanging space. She's got a rod here and a rod here. So I have my short pants here because you can't hang any dresses or long pants there. Over here is my long pants and dresses. Me and Jason had talked about maybe putting a rod here so I can hang some things in this area, but we're not sure we're gonna do that. Everything fits and it seems to be working. So he ended up going to Lowe's and getting a board that matches the closet, and we're going to cut it and put some more shelves in here. We have shoes going in here, and then this is his side. Oh, except I have that pillow right there. But his side works really super well for him, and he's got a place to hang his pants, his shirts. We got jackets and stuff here, and the dirty clothes hamper. For the most part, we're happy with it. Would I have designed it this way myself? No. But it does work for us. We're making it work for us, I'll say that. After the closet was done, we unpacked our bedroom, which felt so good, which led us into unpacking the rest of this house. I am so beyond happy and excited because we finally got all of our pictures hung on the wall. In the living room between these two windows, I have this picture here. Now eventually I would like to put a really nice sized shelf right here and have the picture like more leaning on the shelf, and then I could decorate the shelf, but I want it to be quite large, and I think Jason's going to build that for me eventually. On this wall I put a barn picture, but I also took this iron piece and put it up above the barn picture. This is how I decorated above the curio cabinet. I really like it. Now those two shutters I had in our previous home on either side of the TV, but I think they work really well here. But this area is my absolute favorite area in the house. I love my dining room. This is where I put my antique window. I'm looking very forward to decorating it, and I put another iron piece up above that, which I think ties in all of the iron pieces going throughout my home, because I have that one, the one up above my barn picture, and I have these lamps that have metal on them, and it just ties it all together. The table, oh, I'm telling you, I bought these, oh, it was a while before we had moved, and I put them away because I knew we were moving and had no idea that those were the same color as the curtains. Now the kitchen, I could put things up above the cabinets in my kitchen, but I've decided not to. I am just gonna kind of let that sit, and we're gonna live here for a little bit, and if I feel that things need to be added to the home, that's when I'm gonna add them to the home. It just feels like home now. And Jason finished off the back porch. So we were going to put a ramp right here, and he had built it and tried it, and it did not work. Our yard goes downhill, so the ramp just did not work. So instead he built a little step, which he made it bigger so that Cooper can lay up here if he wants to. And I'm going to be bringing out our chairs here and put our chairs and tables there, because once this weather cools off a little bit, this is where I'm going to be. I am going to be out here drinking coffee in the morning. I'm gonna be drinking iced tea at night, reading books, and visiting with my guys. And yeah, I've already played it through my head several times and I cannot wait to set up this back porch. We also sold our bar stools that were here. We had 4 of them. But what I would like is of course, taller bar stools, but I only want 2 of them. And I would like them to match those chairs as much as possible. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I'm going to try. I'm gonna go on a massive hunt and I'm gonna try to find bar stools that coincide with the furniture. I don't even know where to begin looking. Do you have any ideas where to look for really good quality bar stools? Let me know in the comments. Thank you. The other day on my Instagram, I shared this. I did not get on yesterday because the night before, Jason was coming home from work and he got into a car accident. He's okay and the car is okay. But there was okay, where do I start? He was at a stop sign and he was getting ready to turn, and a girl, he said she was probably in her late teens, early 20s, was on her cell phone and did not even stop. He said there was no skid marks or anything of her stopping, and she plowed into a truck, which his bumper, the ball on his hitch, went stuck in her car. They had to pry it out of the front of her car. The truck hit a van and the van hit Jason. Jason's okay, but he did get whiplash, so he stayed home the next day. He was pretty sore. He has an old football injury in his neck, and that irritated it too. But his neck muscles were tight, his shoulder muscles were tight. He just kind of didn't feel good, and you know, all the things that go with whiplash. As far as his car, it only had 2 little teeny tiny scratches on the bumper is all. None of the lights broke. Everything was working perfectly fine. It was a miracle. That's what it was. It was a miracle. God totally had his hand protecting Jason, guardian angels, all of it, because all 3 of the vehicles that were involved in it were all damaged immensely. Tonight's dinner is one of our favorites, and honestly, I have not made it in a while. I forgot about it. So I figured I would share it with you just in case you've forgotten about it too. And if you're following Weight Watchers, it's very low point. For tonight's dinner, I am getting 4 skinless, boneless chicken breasts, thawed out, yay me, along with some shake and bake. This is the extra crispy shake and bake, and some Frank's Red Hot buffalo wing sauce, because I am making spicy chicken sandwiches. This is the easiest recipe, super delicious, and low point. The only thing I count with WW is the extra crispy shake and bake, which my app is saying for an 1/8 packet, it is only 1 point. I pounded out my chicken and I cut each breast in half. This is a personal preference, but I do put a little bit of salt on the chicken breasts before I start the dipping. I have 2 bento boxes. I order these on Amazon. I'll have them linked below. This one has the Frank's Red Hot wing sauce, and this one has the shake and bake. To cook this, I just go by package directions on the shake and bake, and it says 400 degrees for my oven, and it takes about 20 minutes to cook. So all I do is I dip it into the buffalo sauce, get it all nice and coated, and then I take it and I put it in the shake and bake. I coat it really well. I'm gonna transfer this over to a cookie sheet. I line mine with aluminum foil, and I'm going to continue working. This is the chicken fresh out of the oven, piping hot. Now to serve this, you can have it on a bun, or you can have it on a little bit of lettuce like I am doing tonight. You can add mayonnaise, cheese. It's just so delicious. You gotta give this one a try. This coming weekend, I am planning on decorating my home for fall. And I know there's a few of you that wanted to see how I decorate the certain areas of my home. And so I'm gonna insert that right here. This is the entry table. So on the top, I have my little welcome pumpkin and this adorable plate. And then on the bottom, I put fall is my favorite. And in my new basket from Target, I have some fall garland, and on top of that is setting 2 fabric pumpkins. Moving into the living room, I have my beautiful fall wreath that I have attached with a 3M command hook to my mirror. I have had this wreath for many years and it's holding up pretty well. On top of the dresser, I have this gold pumpkin and a bunny plate, which was from Pier 1, who's closed, and I miss Pier 1. Also a candle from Bath & Body Works, a matching plate, which is my beautiful little fox, a cream colored lantern that I've filled with fall leaves. And alongside of the dresser, I have a farmhouse styled pitcher filled with flowers that I have purchased at Hobby Lobby last year, sitting on top of a crate with a couple of little pumpkins. On the corner of my bar, I have 3 candle holders with 3 different pumpkins. The greenery is from Target and they're napkin holders. I have a Hello Fall, so you can see it as soon as you walk in the front door, and a pumpkin candle from Bath & Body Works. My vintage window has a brand new wreath that I purchased through Joann Fabrics this year. I love their wreaths. This is the 3rd wreath. This one has some white pumpkins on it, flowers. I just love this little wreath, and it is hanging on my pantry door in the kitchen. The centerpiece for my table, I just kept it really simple. I ran some garland down the middle. This has some pine cones and acorns. I believe I purchased that at Hobby Lobby last year. I have some fabric style pumpkins, a lantern, a plate. The lantern is sitting on a picture that I purchased through the dollar spot at Target. It says something about fresh apples. My coffee bar is holding a pumpkin spice everything. I love pumpkin spice. I always look forward to it at this time of year, along with my small tiered tray. So I put a napkin ring on the top of my little pumpkin patch sign. And then on the 2nd tier, I just added a couple pumpkins, as well as the 3rd tier, and topped it off with another little sign that says autumn leaves and pumpkins please. The 3 fabric pumpkins I found at the dollar spot at Target this year. Up above that is my happy pumpkin spice season little window. I think it looks perfect right there. I love vlogs. Do you love vlogs? Here are 2 more for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.